Hey everybody, so today we got the big dog, the Boulevard 1800, in for a Woolwich ECU flash. Had a power commander on it, but there was bad mapping on there, so we just zeroed it. Client was a lot happier, but he wants the bike tuned for his fancy exhausts. So you can see he's got some nice exhausts on here. It's got a filter in, and yeah, he obviously wants it to run nice and smooth and optimum. So we're going to do a pre-run now, see how many ponies she puts out, and then we will get all wired in and start tuning. So exciting. We haven't done a Boulevard as yet on the channel. I've done a few in the past back in South Africa, but yeah, we fitted power commanders and optimizers and tuned it all up, and yeah, we've got some good power. Those guys were real happy. Okay, we just finished up mapping the rear cylinder, busy with the front cylinder now, so you can see that pipe travels up to the front. So I'm just busy doing a data log on that. I didn't record my last data log, but we're just busy with the right now for the last of the rear cylinder. I just had to change some ignition timing. Yeah, I don't think there's much revs to actually gain like massive numbers, but we're definitely going to gain. There we go, she's done. So let me just put this off. Yeah, so basically we're going to map the front cylinder up now, and then we will do our final runs, and then just make a few small adjustments on the throttle mapping on the STPs, which is the secondary throttle plate maps, just to see, you know, like if we restrict the throttles, do we gain a bit, or if we open them up, do we gain a bit. So you obviously got to play around with the airflow and see what the bike wants, because I can see it's obviously lost a little bit of horsepower in the mid-range, so we may have to just you know, close that up a bit to gain some horsepower. But other than that, everything's on the go. Yeah. So it's looking good. It's just a lot of heat and a lot of bike. So yeah, that does tend to underload, lift the back wheel up and give a little bit of a spin and a kick. So yeah, I'm trying not to do that because we don't want to destroy his tyre. But yeah, just trying to ease it on, be nice and gentle on it. But yeah, almost there, and then we'll do it. Okie dokes, we're all done with our tuning here. It's nice clear skies out there, but don't let it fool you. There's a massive cyclone Jasper just off the coast that's going to whack us proper. So I think I might go quiet for a bit. Hopefully my dyno room's here when I come back to work. But anyway, we're done with this beastie. She is an absolute monster. Okay, let's see our gains. So we went from 97 horsepower on peak to 101 horsepower and a whopping 132 to 140, call it 140, 139.93. And we have gained power and torque. So there's our air fuel ratio, is nice and smooth and consistent. We've gained power and torque right through the rev range. You can see massive gains the whole way through. So that's very impressive, especially in the mid-range. So adding ignition timing just increases this power like crazy. The only thing is that obviously you need to be able to measure and control, because the last thing you want, so obviously I had my clamp onto the rear cylinder. You can see I've taken the cover off. So I had that clamped onto the cylinder, and with 5 degrees of ignition timing we were getting detonation on the rear cylinder. But when I say 5 degrees, that was 5 degrees on peak. So we settled on 3 degrees advance on top, and probably about 7 or 8 degrees I added in the mid-range to be able to gain that power spec. So yeah, I'm very well happy with it. I just want to see if I can stiffen the suspension a bit, because it's a bit rocky on acceleration and deceleration. So I'll just see what sort of shocks in here and what I can do. But yeah, client's going to be booming when he rides this thing. This is insane. I mean, from before it was like, it's strong, but now you get on the hammer and it actually lets go on the back wheel, you know, so that's pretty decent. But anyway, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for our next video. It'll probably be after the holidays, so yeah, shutdown time almost. So next week I go on leave, well needed. It's been like 2 years since I've had a proper holiday, and then we'll be back with some big numbers. Yeah, I'm looking to get my turbo bike back on, do some tuning there. So yeah, but anyway, let's focus on this. This job is done. Client's going to be over the moon happy. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learnt a lot. Anyone with boulevards, definitely in my experience, the Woolwich ECU tune, you can see there's a lot of wiring in there that we've had to put in the ECUs and all the Yosh plugs and the SDS plugs. So yeah, it's definitely far superior to just fitting a fueling module like a Power Commander or something that you can't actually alter throttle maps. So throttle maps, you can take the secondary throttle flies out, but you're going to lose a lot of speed and acceleration. So it's better to tune those. So I actually closed them a bit more sort of in the mid-range to gain some velocity, and then gradually opened them back up again on top. But obviously 100% from sort of 3/4 in the revs. So about 5,000 onwards, we open them up 100%. And then just basically tune for the best airflow. So we found where the bike was losing our torque and power, and we opened that up, and then where it was losing the horsepower, we just kind of closed the throttles off a bit. So yeah, that's all good to go. See you next time.